What's up, YouTube family? It's your boy King A, back with another banger, back with another amazing video for you guys. So guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you a very simple and amazing strategy that I've been using and that has been making me money, like this right here that you guys are looking at right now. So guys, without no further ado, let's dive into the video real quick. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and turn that bell notification on so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Okay guys, um before I get started, I just have to be really honest with you guys real quick. If you do not know how to use support and resistance, you really need to get on that ASAP. Because if you want to become successful when it comes to Forex trading, you have to understand the basics first. You have to be able to understand how to draw and use support and resistance, including trend lines. So basically, in a nutshell, you have to be able to do your own technical analysis. In fact, understanding support and resistance is very essential and very key to your successful forex trading journey. You can't go around it. You just have to understand it, because when you finally understand it and how to draw it, then you're gonna see yourself start, becoming successful, start winning more trades, and you'll be able to maximize your profits. All these indicators, they're just, there to, support you to, to be able to maximize your profit. In a nutshell, you have to be able to understand and how to use support and resistance, because it's going to help you to understand when to get in the trade and when to exit the trade, meaning helping you, set your stop loss and your take profits. So if you guys actually, if you don't know how to, do support and resistance, how to use it, how to do support and resistance, what you have to do now is click on the link that you guys are actually looking at right now at the top right hand corner. Click on that link and it's going to take you to one of my videos. Watch that video as many times as you want, as you can. Then you can come back to this video, watch it, and start using this strategy. But please make sure you try it out on on your demo account first. But if you want to try it out on a live account, then that's up to you. But I always recommend all my strategy videos that I'm going to be putting out, make sure you try it out on the demo account first. And I'm pretty sure if you follow this exact same strategy and how I'm about to explain it, you'll be able to maximize your profits. So with that being said, let's get to the actual training now. So we're actually looking at GBP JPY. We on the 4-hour time frame. So using this strategy, I trade on the 1-hour time frame, but I mark up my charts on the 4-hour time frame. Then I go to the 1-hour time frame and I place my trades on the 1-hour time frame. But before I place my trade on the 1-hour time frame, I go back to the 4-hour time frame to look at what's going on the 4-hour time frame. If I feel comfortable and I'm pretty positive about that trade, then I'll place my trade on the 1-hour time frame. But you guys will see what I'm talking about as we go. So I've marked up my chart already, but I'm gonna delete it, and then we're going to do all this together. So when you're using this strategy, the first thing you have to do is obviously mark up your charts. And the easiest way to mark up your chart using support and resistance, even including trend lines, is you switch to your line chart. Once you switch to your line chart, everything becomes very, very clear. You'll be able to see everything, your resistance and your support. So we're going to start off with our resistance. And as we can see that we absolutely have a resistance here. And as you're doing it, you can always, switch back to your regular candlestick, or you switch to, I can hash it if you want to make any adjustments. We can see we have a resistance there, and we can also see that we have a support zone right here, and we can see that we also have a slight pullback that became a resistance right here. We also have that right there, and we have one here. So just so you know, you have to know that your resistance is always at the top and your support is always below. So look at your resistance as the ceiling and your support as the floor. It's just that simple. And we can also see that we actually have another one right here, and we also have one down here. So if we switch back, now we can see that we've actually did everything. Now we have all our zones. Now if I want to add my trend lines for more confirmation, all I have to do is, and you can either do it like this right now, or if you don't know what to do, you switch back to your line chart. And what you're doing is you just simply connecting the edges together. That's all you're doing, and you only need 2 to 3 touches. You only need 2 to 3 touches, and you just draw your uptrend line. We have that right there. You draw your uptrend line, and you can draw this right here. So now what we basically just did, let me do this right here. We can see that we have another one right there. So what we just did right now is that if price should eventually break this resistance, is obviously going to break the trend line as well, then we can get into this trade and ride it to this resistance line right here, and our take profit is going to be up here. And the same thing here, if price breaks this trend line, then we can enter this trade, and if it breaks this support zone right here, we can enter the trade, and our TP1 is going to be right here. So now if we switch back, you guys will see that we have all the touches that we actually need. Now you have all your support and resistance. Now we're going to go ahead and actually add the indicators that we're going to be using for this strategy, and I'm going to explain to you guys how you can use it to maximize your profits. So the first indicator that we're going to add is we're going to add the 200 EMA. We're going to add the 200 EMA. We have it here, so I just need to change the settings because I love using black, and I need to change the thickness, and then you click on OK. Oh no, you change it to 200 and you click on OK. Now as you guys can see, when you have whatever moving average you're using, but in this case we're using the 200 EMA. So when you have the 200 EMA on your chart, so basically what you'll be looking for is when price is above the 200 EMA, you're looking for a buy. That's it. You're looking for a buy when it's above the 200 EMA, and when price is below the 200 EMA, you're looking for a sell. That's what you're looking for. You sell short below the 200 EMA and you buy long above the 200 EMA. And one more thing, guys, just so you know, when you have the 200 EMA on your chart, price is always going to come back and retest the 200 EMA before it continues. And then with what's going on right now, the market is currently closed. It could eventually break it now because it was going to break it here, but it couldn't. It couldn't break it, so it rejected and went all the way up and touched this same zone again. Now it's trying to come back down. At the same time, price could reject this zone and then go back up and then eventually break it, or go up, touch it again, and then eventually start coming back down. And I'm going to give you a hint, guys. If you see on your chart that price actually touches, if it's in an uptrend and it touches the resistance 3 times, just know it's definitely coming down. It's not going to go back up. Actually, it's 2 to 3 times. When you see that 2 to 3 times, it's definitely coming down. And it's, if it's on a downtrend and it touches the zone 2 to 3 times, and you guys can see it at this area right here, we have the touches. And look at what happened. It came down a little bit, break this support zone here, and then look at what happened. Then it went up. That's just a hint for you guys if you guys do not know. So now that we have the 200 EMA and I explained how to use it, now we're going to add 2 more EMAs. We're going to add the 20 EMA and the 10 EMA. That's what we're going to be adding right now. So put in your moving average exponential, and then I'm going to change the settings. I'm going to change this to 20. The style, let's see, I'm gonna use this color, and then I'll change the thickness. We have that already, and now we're gonna add the 10 EMA. We add the 10 EMA. Then I gotta change the settings, style, change that to, let's see, I think I'll use this color, change the thickness. Now let me use this. I'll use blue. Then you click OK. So we have everything that we need. Everything that we're looking for, we have it already. So now you've marked up all your charts on the 4-hour time frame, and you have all the indicators that you need. Now you can go back to the 1-hour time frame, and as you guys can see, when we went back to the 1-hour time frame, it looks exactly the same because we've already marked up our charts on the 4-hour time frame. So what you have to do now, if we take a look at this cell right here, we can clearly see that it happened before it got to the 200 EMA. And like I said earlier, when you have the 200 EMA on your chart, you're only looking to buy long. If price is above the 200 EMA, you're only looking for buy signals. That's it. When it's below the 200 EMA, you're only looking for sell signals. That's it. So if we take a look at this cell here, let's say you're looking at this particular pair and you're trying to trade it, and you saw that this actually happened and its price is above the 200 EMA. What you have to do is you have to make sure that this blue line, which is your 10 EMA, crosses below your 20 EMA. That's your first confirmation. When that cross happened, that's your first confirmation. When you saw that and price is above the 200 EMA, then you go to your 4-hour time frame to see what's going on. Now that you on your 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see that you cannot get on that trade. You have to wait until price gets below the 200 EMA, and you have to make sure there's a huge space between the 10 EMA and the 20 EMA. When you see that, then you can actually get in that trade. You can go back to your 1 hour time frame and you can get in that trade for this sell right here. And this sell right here, even though it's even though it's above the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, but if we go to the 4 hour time frame, we can clearly see that on the 4 hour time frame, price is actually below the 200 EMA. Then you can get in on the 1 hour time frame. And if we look at this consolidation right here, this consolidation right here, once you see this, and you can definitely see that even the 10 and 20 EMA is intertwined. There is no space in between. When you see that, that's how you know that price is actually consolidating. That's how you know that price is actually consolidating. Once you see that, do not get in that trade. All you have to do is wait until price eventually breaks the 200 EMA and the 10 EMA crosses the 20 EMA, then you can get in that trade. But then the same thing applies with this sell that I explained to you guys earlier. You go to the 4 hour time frame, you find out what's actually going on the 4 hour time frame. And as you guys can see, that price is actually above the 200 EMA, but you have to wait until price eventually breaks your resistance, and that's your final confirmation. Your first confirmation is the 10 EMA crosses the 10 EMA actually crosses the 20 EMA, then you can get into that trade. It crosses and price actually breaks and closes above your resistance, then you can get in on the 1 hour time frame, which is right here in this area right here. As you guys can see, it broke the resistance also, then you can get in this trade on the 1 hour time frame. And as you guys can see, we have our resistance here, and then you just set your TP right there. Right now the market is currently closed, so on this side right now, before the market closed on the 1 hour time frame, we can clearly see that price has actually touched the support zone and is below the 200 EMA, but we really can't get in the trade yet because we don't know what's going to happen. So when the market opens on Sunday, if you want to enter this trade, all you have to do, the same thing applies. You go back to your 4 hour time frame. You can clearly see that price hasn't broke the trend line yet, and then it hasn't broke the 200 EMA yet. But what you can do, this is why this strategy I'm about to explain to you guys is very essential, is very key. What you can do is, because this is a zone right here, price could break this zone right here and then touch this zone and not actually break below the 200 EMA, and it could reject it and then go back up. But what you can do is, when price breaks this zone on the 4 hour time frame, all you have to do is place that trade, but only use one TP. You have to be smart when it comes to Forex trading. Only use one take profit. And if we look at this, you exit the trade right here in this zone right here, because price you have to wait until price closes below the 200 EMA. So you can enter this trade with price should eventually break the resistance and this support zone. You can get into the trade and then set your TP to right here, and then your stop loss will be, right here at this resistance, or a little bit above the trend line. So if we take a look at this, we pull out our short position tool. Since we're going to be selling this, what you can do is we look at it like, oh, how many pips? Because this is GBP pair and it's very volatile. It moves real good. So I'm just trying to calculate how many pips this is, guys. So we're looking at like 80 pips for this. So if you take the sell from here and your TP is here, we're looking at about almost 85 pips. Like that's very good right there. That's very good right there, because this is GBP pair. So this is a very, very smart way you guys can trade this strategy. This strategy is very simple. It's not hard to use. So when you see this, because if we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can clearly see the price is below the 200 EMA. But if we go to the 4 hour time frame, like I said earlier, it's still above the 200 EMA. But what you can do is, once it breaks your trend line and your support zone, get in the trade and set your TP right here. And then once you do that and the trade eventually hits your take profit, all you can do is just wait and watch what's going to happen. Is price going to eventually break the 200 EMA or not? So if it eventually breaks the 200 EMA, you already know that, okay, all I have to do is set my TP right here. You set your TP right here, or you can set it right here, because we have a zone right here. We have a zone right there. Or you set once it breaks this again, you set your TP1 and your TP2, then your TP3. If it eventually breaks your 200 EMA, this is what I do, guys. So it's very, very simple, very, very easy. This is exactly how I trade using this strategy, and I'm telling you guys, it honestly works. You just have to test it out. Try it out on your demo account, or if you want to try it on your live account, that's up to you. But if you see this on the 4 hour time frame, price is still above the 200 EMA, but it's below the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Please just do what I said earlier. Set your, get in the trade and set your take profit right at the 200 EMA or at this support zone right here. Because it's definitely, if it doesn't break it, it's definitely going to come back and retest this zone, and probably go back up, retest this zone again if it's not going to go all the way up here, and then eventually start coming back down. So guys, if you guys need anything at all, if you need help, if you want to learn more about Forex, if you want to know more about my strategy, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos, videos like this, teaching you guys different strategies that are out there. But this right here that I just showed you guys is one of my main strategies, and it definitely works. So guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram. You guys are looking at it right now on the screen, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn that bell notification on so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Trust me, you guys definitely don't want to be at the bottom. I've been there before, being a Nigerian man. Take it from a Nigerian that came to the United States with just $50. Forex changed my life, and it's definitely going to change your life too, if you can stay focused, stay consistent, and be dedicated to this skill set right here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you at the top.